everyone. This is awkward, but awesome. I wish I could see you all. Ironically, on Trans Day of Visibility, I get sent home to isolate due to a potential COVID exposure. So I'm with you, Spirit. I'm really heartbroken that I can't be there, and so is Zuni apparently. He won't stop talking. But I just wanted to share a few words and wish my fellow trans and gender non-conforming happy Trans Day of Visibility. I especially want to thank you all for being visible today. I know that it's not always an easy thing, and I appreciate you all. So, in 2009, transgender activist Rachel Crandall founded Transgender Day of Visibility in response to the lack of positive recognition of transgender people. Before then, the only transgender-centered observance was Trans Day of Remembrance, which is a day to mourn the lives of trans, two-spirit, and gender non-conforming folk who lost their lives to anti-trans violence and suicide. Visibility fosters more understanding and empathy, but also attracts hate and discrimination, which means not all of us can be visible. It is a privilege for me as a white-passing trans-masculine person to be here and be unapologetically visible. Our community is being attacked in the US and the UK, with 489 American anti-trans bills proposed in 2023 so far. The goal of these laws is to block trans people from accessing healthcare, education, legal recognition, and the right to publicly exist. Canada only added gender identity to the Canadian Bill of Human Rights in 2017, something I personally marched in protest for. Even without federal protection, we still face barriers in accessing housing, healthcare, and employment, and there are campaigns in several provinces to reverse our rights. In BC, the theme sponsored by Community for this year's social media and advocacy campaign was called You Belong Here. Wellbrain has a belonging initiative, however, there is still little trans representation in the content we produce, and no recognition of the work trans, two-spirit, and gender non-conforming folks contribute to the studio every day. As an ally, by taking part in the You Belong Here campaign, you are showing us that you stand alongside the trans, two-spirit, and gender non-conforming community, and that you are committed to amplifying and protecting our voices here at work and everywhere else. In order to be an ally, there are many things that you can do, including the most important, which is listening to us. Embrace being corrected if you make a mistake, and move forward. Ask yourselves how you could be more inclusive to trans, gender diverse, and two-spirit, both in your life, workplace, and in your community. Take the time to learn and understand the barriers faced by this community daily. Learn to respect pronouns and use gender-neutral language. There's no one way to look trans, and so you never know who around you is either struggling with their gender identity or hasn't come out yet. So by making gender-neutral language your default, you're already making a difference. Consider making a donation to local organizations that provide ongoing support programs and services to the trans community. This may include mental health services as well as peer-to-peer and legal support. When choosing organizations to donate, make sure that they are specifically trans-inclusive. Unfortunately, there are several organizations that are anti-trans, so it's important to keep that in mind when researching. We have set up a photo booth for folks to take pictures and show your pride and support, but please be mindful of consent when it comes to sharing things on social media. Even though usually these events are posted and stuff, we don't want to out anyone or put anyone in danger, so be mindful of that. Thank you to those of you who showed up in allyship, and I would like to invite you all to explore your own gender identity. Being cisgender is not a given and should not be seen as the norm. It should be seen as a formed identity and done in the same way trans folks form theirs. To quote one of my heroes, Laverne Cox, "It is revolutionary for any trans person to choose to be seen and visible in a world that tells us we should not exist." Thanks again for coming, and I hope you enjoy everything over there.